I'm Steve, also known as T202002 on social media. In this tutorial, I want to show you how I go about knitting backwards. Knitting backwards is when you reach the end of the row having knit across on the public side, and instead of turning the row round and purling the private side, you keep the public side facing you and you work back so the stitches transfer from the right hand needle to the left hand needle, knitting stitches as you go along. So I'll show you how I do that close up, and then I'll come back and talk a bit about it later. So here's a swatch, and I'm going to show you how I knit backwards. The first way I'm going to show you is I'm going to knit backwards in the equivalent of the English style. This means I'm going to hold the yarn in the same hand as the needle that receives the stitches. So I'm going to wrap my yarn around the little finger and put it over my index finger. I insert the needle through the back of the loop knitwise, wrap the yarn, and I've knit a stitch. Again, left hand needle through the back loop of the yarn, wrap it around the needle from the front, back left, around the front to the top right, and you form the stitch. You're wrapping it in the same direction as you would if you knit normally. So again, into the back, wrap round, and form the stitch. Into the back, wrap round, form the stitch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'll keep going until I've done 10 stitches. 6, into the back of the loop, round, make the stitch. 2 more, in, round, off, into the back, round, and off. So that's 10 stitches on the needle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'll now show you how you do that continental style. Continental style is when you hold the yarn in the opposite hand to the receiving needle. So if I was knitting normally, I'd be knitting from left to right. Now I'm from right to left. So once again, insert the needle into the back of the needle, yarn around the needles from back left, across the front to the right. Again, insert the needle into the back of the loop, wrap the yarn around the needle, and knit. So I'll now do that using the continental picking technique. And you can see most of the movement's being done with my left hand, in through the back, round, but taking it off the needle I'm doing with the right needle. That's probably because I'm right-handed. So into the back loop, wrap by picking, take it off the front, into the back loop, off, and that's the end of that row. So I've now got a knit row that was knit English and continental. Now, I would normally just knit back, but what I want to show you is how you can actually purl backwards as well. So I'll turn the yarn around, so I'm working on the wrong side. So I'll be transferring the stitches from the right needle to the left needle. So I'll show you, I'll start by showing you the English method. So yarn held in the hand that's going to be receiving stitches. This time I insert the needle again through the back leg, but coming in from the back of the back leg. Wrap that round the front and take it off. Bring it from the back to the front through the back leg. Again, wrap it round to go across the front and back on the right hand side of the needle and in. In the back leg, wrap the yarn around the front so it goes off to your right around the back and take it off. In behind the back leg through the center of the loop, bring your yarn forward and down. In through the back leg, bring your yarn forward and down. In through the back leg, bring the yarn forward and down. Do a few more stitches like that. And one more. Okay, so that's knitting the English style. I'll show you the continental style. Continental style is where you hold the yarn in the opposite hand to the hand that holds the needle that's going to receive the stitches. So again, I'm tensioning the yarn around my fingers, making sure it's at the front because I'm purling. Bring it in through the back leg. So in through the back leg, through the loop, catch the yarn and take it out. In through the back leg, catch the yarn and take it out. In through the back from behind the back legs, poke out through that loop, catch the yarn and pull it out. In from the back, catch the yarn and pull it out. In from the back, catch the yarn and pull it out. A few more stitches in the back, round the needle and pull it down. In the back, round the needle and pull it down. And the last one, which you have to remember to keep your yarn at the front because we're purling. Round and down. So we've now got a row of pearls, and if you turn that round so you can see the right side, we now have stocking stitch there with the knit backwards knit stitches and the knit forward purl stitches. So that is knitting backwards. That's me knitting backwards. There's a few things to remember. The first thing is you are working on the right side of your fabric. So if you're following a chart, you work the chart from left to right in the same direction that you're moving with the stitches. If you're reading written instructions, you follow those instructions in the same order, but you have to remember that when the instruction says to knit, you have to purl, and when you do a left leaning decrease, you do a right leaning decrease. so that you're reversing the instructions so that the fabric appears on the right side as it was intended. So the instructions for written instructions you have to interpret if you're knitting backwards. The other thing to remember about knitting backwards is you need to practice it. Practice, practice, practice. Because when you first start, you will find that you row out. So the tension as you knit conventionally from the left needle to the right needle, which you've been doing for a long time, is different from your tension when you're going from your right needle to your left needle knitting backwards. It is similar to the way that people often have issues with different tension for knit rows and purl rows. Even though you're knitting in both directions, you can't guarantee that knitting backwards will solve that for you because you're using different movements, different techniques for knitting in either direction. So practice before you knit backwards in a real fabric. So knitting backwards is an alternative to knitting one row and then purling on the wrong side on the way back. It's up to you whether you want to use it, but I've shown you how to do it if you do. So until the next time, happy knitting.